If you're watching this video right now, or you are like any normal trader ever, you want to become profitable. And more importantly, you want to become consistently profitable. And the key word there is consistently, which derives from consistency. And that is the key basis of this entire video. I went from having $0 in payouts just 6 months ago to taking thousands of dollars in payouts in the last 6 months. And there are three major things that I changed to get to the point that I'm at right now. The first and simplest rule of this whole thing is the fact that you have to stop focusing on the outcome and start focusing more on your systems. And what I mean by that is that stop wanting that first payout, that first eval pass, that 10K month, whatever your goal is, stop focusing on that. Back in January, February, and March, I so badly wanted to pass an eval. I blew probably 10 to 20 accounts in January and February alone because I wasn't focusing on my rules, I wasn't journaling, I wasn't doing things outside of the charts that were going to lead to me being a profitable trader. I set goals in those months and they were literally pass an eval, get a payout. It was goals like that that were fully outcome based and nothing systems based. And I still write monthly goals to this day, but instead of saying I want to pass an eval or I want to get funded or I want to take a payout, it's I'm going to follow all my rules. I'm going to journal every trade. I'm going to post, recaps on my social medias every day, because those are the things that keep me accountable and what are actually going to lead me to becoming a consistently profitable trader. And that one is the simplest rule of all of them. All you have to do is start focusing more on your systems. Are you taking the right trades? Are you journaling your trades? And a lot of people argue that journaling is not important. And if you're not journaling correctly, then yes, I think journaling is completely useless. But if you understand and you know how to properly journal, which I'll be dropping a video on how to do that soon, then you will actually be able to take something out of what you're putting down. Because if you're just saying, I took this trade and I lost, or I took this trade and I won, then yeah, your journal is useless. But if you say, I took this trade and I won, and I took it because of this, and this was my entry and exit, and this is how I felt during the trade, and this is why I think this happened during the trade, then yeah, you're going to start noticing patterns in your winning and losing trades as to why you're winning and losing those trades. But that's enough of that. Let's get to the second part of this, which is a little harder, but I still believe is very, very possible, is that you have to love the journey so much more than, the 10K month, which kind of ties in to focusing more on your systems than the outcome. Because if you fall in love with taking those good trades and you fall in love with journaling and, not even trading, because this rule is a little different than the first rule because your systems are fully trading focused. But if you fall in love with the journey and, you're waking up early and you're going to the gym and you're doing things outside of, trading itself, then the discipline that you're building outside of that, whether it's in the gym or starting another hobby, it will all beautifully come together. I promise you that. Because if you wake up and all you can think about is that 10K month, there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with thinking about and dreaming about that 10, that 20, that 30K month. But if all you can think about are those milestones and not the 1K month, the 2K month, the third past eval, your second payout, whatever it is, if you're not more focused on the little milestones and, more of the journey part of, your milestone goals, then those goals seem even harder and even more difficult to achieve. But if you're able to break them down into bite-sized chunks, because the 10K is like the full burger. The 10K month is a full burger with fries on the side. But if you break it down into following your rules and, loving every single little bit of it, and you eat one fry at a time, you take one small bite of the burger at a time, eventually all the fries will be gone and all the burger will be gone, and you will have that 10K month before you even can process it. If you are going to listen to any part of this video, let it be this third part. Live your life how your profitable self would. Because think about your situation right now. Now, obviously, this may not apply to everybody, but this could apply to a lot of people, especially those that are in the trenches right now. Is your profitable self waking up at 9:25, 5 minutes before market open, and, having no bias, marking out no levels, and just taking the first setup they see? Or are they waking up at 8:15 in the morning and they're going for a walk and they're getting their electrolytes in and they're journaling from the day before and they're getting themselves prepped and ready for the day instead of immediately jumping in to some high energy, Trading is a very stressful thing. And if all you're doing is waking up and getting right on the charts, you are not setting your mind mentally, preparing yourself for the day. The most progress that I've seen has been in the last month and a half of my trading, because in the mornings I wake up at the exact same time. I drink a full bottle of water with electrolytes. I go for a walk. I come back. I do my breath work. I journal, and then I get on the charts. I'm doing 4 to 5 things before I get on the charts. And then after I'm done trading, I recap, I journal with detail. I journal with detail because I understand that a more detailed journal is a better journal. And after I go to the gym at the same time, I'm typically there from 11 to 12:30, 1 o'clock. I get a great lift in now that, I turn the page. I forgot about the trading. I don't let it affect my emotions. And then I lift, and then I have the rest of my day to create content, hang out with my friends, and forget about trading. I'm in trading mode from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. unless I'm making a video or, I'm creating other content. But my actual trading where I'm trying to make money is 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. because your life, when you're profitable, is not fully obsessing about trading, because that's why you probably started trading, is so you can focus on it for a couple hours a day and then you can live your life. Your profitable self is probably not doing half the things that you do right now. They're getting up earlier. They're going to sleep earlier. They're getting a full 8 to 9 hours of rest. If you can tap into the mindset of what would you be doing? I'm going to say from my standpoint, what would Wes at $30,000 a month, what is he doing? And that is what I'm trying to replicate right now. And it's easier said than done. But you understand probably 80 to 90% of the things that you have to do to be able to reach that goal. You just choose not to. So, like I said, if you can take one thing away from this video, it will be to try to begin living your life how the profitable or the successful version of yourself is living. But I thank you guys so much for watching this video. I wish you the best in whatever endeavors you choose, whether that is trading or something completely unrelated. But I love you guys. Make sure to drop a follow on the Instagram as well as the TikTok, and subscribe to the YouTube down below. Drop a comment on what you think about this video and any ideas of content that you want me to post about or something you understand. Please make sure to drop a comment. I fully look at all of your comments, all the DMs, and I really try to help you guys out. But I love you guys. Stay blessed, stay dangerous, stay trading.